Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Dallas Stars franchise mode here in NHL 20. So in last episode, we had the second round of the playoffs against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and unfortunately, even though we had a better overall base than them by far, they somehow beat us, even with their really bad defense. Like, their defense had a 78 on the top two, and I don't know how they got so far, but they managed to knock us out, and they went to the conference finals instead. So we did not go for back-to-back Stanley Cups, unfortunately, and Hartford ended up winning the Stanley Cup this year. So anyways, we're going to be simming up to the draft. We also still have to find out retirements, I believe. So yeah, let's continue simulating and see all that stuff, and then we'll get into re-sign stage, and I might do free agency this episode. I might put it in next episode. I don't know, because I'm going to be pre-recording a few episodes again, because I haven't recorded actually in like 2 weeks because of work. So okay, so the draft lottery results. So Buffalo's drafting first, followed by Russia, Germany, and Buffalo again. Wow. Buffalo with 2 top 5 picks. It's kind of cool. And then Czech Republic also has 2 top 10 picks. So it looks like some of the rebuilding teams are loading up on multiple picks in the first round, which is kind of neat. Okay, so we should be almost at the retirements, I think. Unless we've already seen them, which I don't remember. No, we haven't. So has Mike Modano retired? I don't remember. I don't think so. But he probably has here. No, maybe not. Huh. Okay, so Pavel Bure retires already at 37. Older than he did in real life, though, because of obviously his concussion problems and stuff like that. So, yeah, Bure retires with 173 points with 1,203. Reichel retires. Turgeon retires. Mary Lemieux retires with Boston. That's still kind of gross to see. Brian Leetch retires with the Vancouver Canucks. Robert Cron retires. He really over-simulated, I think, a bit, even though he was a solid player. Marty McInnis retires. Alexander McGinley. Vyacheslav Kozlov is in Slava Kozlov. Under point per game, but still pretty good. Andrew Castles retires. Marius Tchaikovsky. And yep, Mike Modano actually does retire with 879 points in 1,073 games. So we have lost our, well, not really, he wasn't our captain because for some reason the game switched it to Anton Lundell, but Modano was with us since the beginning. At least he managed to retire with us and win 2 Stanley Cups instead of his one that he did in real life. As you can see, his career, it was pretty solid with us. Had a couple up and down seasons, missed a lot of games in the first year. I remember making like the title Modano, like he missed quite a bit of games over some seasons, but eventually near the end he started playing most of his games. His last season he wasn't the greatest either, so it makes sense that he would retire at 38. Who else retired? Jamnov. Robert Lang, who we acquired in a trade trying to win a Stanley Cup, also retires even though he's still an 82. It's kind of annoying. So we're going to have to find a replacement for Robert Lang. Andrei Tarasenko retires. Sergei Zubov, who we acquired, I think, was it in the offseason? Yeah, it was. He actually was pretty good in his last season with us, but he also retires, so we lose 3 guys. So it's now that we're probably going to be bringing in some of the youth movement to this team, I think. Juha Jolonen retires. Korolev retires. Selvanov retires. Rob Blake. Bill Guerin, some big names actually. Derek Plant, Travis Green, Keith Jones, Mike Sillinger. Hopefully some of these guys become scouts. That would be kind of cool. Or coaches. Sergey Breland, Dean McCammond, Andreas Johansson, Joe Sacco, Mark Brojaska. Yeah, this might be the biggest retirement class yet. Tony Verta, Petr Numelin, Darian Hatcher, Jonas Hoglund, Yuri Sleger also with us. So there's another loss. Yeah, we're going to have to bring in quite a bit of youth guys, I think, for next season. Bobby Holik also retires. Chris Draper retires. Sean Hill, Kirk Maltby, Ken Sutton, Nathan Lafayette, Andrei Vasilyev, Kevin Haller. I think we had Kevin Haller at one point. I could be wrong. Anybody else? But that is a really big retirement class. Wow. Yeah, I think that is it. The rest of these guys are just like guys that were in real life at this point in time in real life. So, yep. Okay. Now, goalie wise, any big goalies retired this year? Dominic Roussel retires. He played actually pretty good and way better than he did in real life too. So kind of interesting. Fred Brathwaite retires, and I think that's it. Yeah, but it's just Brathwaite and Russell. Okay, so a pretty big retirement class in terms of forwards and stuff like that. So we lost multiple players this year. So we're going to have to be saying goodbye to 2 defensemen in Sergei Zubov and Yuri Sliger. Sliger was with us for the last few seasons, so good luck wherever you go. Zubov, we brought you in for 1 year. You didn't really get to play that much, but thank you for your time here as well. Robert Lang, thank you for your time here as well. In terms of the regular season, I think you had a pretty good season with us, right? 11 points in 19 games, and then 6 points in the playoffs. So yeah, thank you for your time here as well. And Mike Modano, of course, thank you for your time here and your leadership for the young youth. Now the youth will take over the rest of the roles. Okay, so now that we know who retired, let's get to that draft and see if we could pick up some good pieces. So we actually also lost a coach. I don't know which coach that is. I think it might be one of our assistant coaches, Stefan Dag, which kind of sucks. Hopefully one of our players that retired becomes a coach then. Like, if Mike Modano becomes a coach, I'm going to be pretty happy. But I don't think it's going to happen. Nope, it doesn't look like it did. I don't get why, but all these creative players are never becoming coaches, which is kind of annoying because I really would like one to at least. But it doesn't seem like creative players could become a coaches or something. I don't know. I'll have to run that by the guys that get EA or something. See if that's actually a thing. Okay. I mean, they probably can because we did have Brian Propp become a scout one time, so... I don't know. Let's get to the draft, see what we could pick up. Because we do need probably a few things in terms of prospects, like probably more center prospects, I would assume. Considering Modano just retired and Robert Lang. Okay, so Buffalo have 2 top 5 picks. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. We're probably, yeah, all the way at number 20. Okay, not too bad. So let's see what happens with the top 5. Apparently, Rob Niedermeyer's on the trading block. The guy that beat us in round 2. So first overall is going to be Howden to Buffalo, 79 overall sniper. Nice pickup for them. We'll see that guy probably running a Maurice Richard in the future, my guess. Abstrider, 77 goes second. So this draft is not as strong in terms of like overalls as we've seen in the past. Germany at number 3 is going to take Gosselin at 72. Yeah, this is a really weak draft. But what's kind of neat is actually with NHL 21 is you could actually set the draft class difficulty is what I heard. So it's kind of neat that we might be able to play around with that in terms of our roster build and stuff like that for NHL 21. So Novikov goes to Buffalo as well. And the last pick is Ewan to the Finns. So Buffalo getting a left winger and a right winger. So those guys might be 2 top liners in the future. Okay, let's sim to our pick now at number 20. See what we could get. Hopefully we could at least get a top 6 forward or a top 4 defenseman. That would be good. Was there any elite players in this draft? Oh, there is a guy that's supposed to go 113th that I pinned. It's like I said, it's been a while since I recorded, so I don't really remember a lot of the stuff. Probably top 6, but a power forward would be pretty decent. But we do need centers, and we did just lose Mike Modano and stuff. We could go with Dwayne Watkins here or Bobrovsky. They look both like top 6s, though. What about Jaffrey? Also top 6. I think I want to go with Watkins, considering the scout recommends it. Yeah, we're going to go with Dwayne Watkins here just because we do need some more centers in. We do actually have some in the pipeline, but still, let's get Dwayne Watkins in. And there you go, top 6 forward. Hopefully he pans out, and then he could be maybe a replacement for Modano on the top 6, or maybe more of a top 9, who knows. Let's sim to our next pick, which is in the second round at 51st. See if we could get anything huge here. So there is this guy I pinned, which was a low elite, looking like. 2-way forward. Yeah, he actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll go with Dmitry Zuzin here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Dmitry Zuzin, see if he is elite. If he's only a top 6, it's fine as well. And he's a low elite, 64 sniper, so that's actually a really good one. I mean, he could technically play in the AHL already, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to probably play him down there yet. But he does have some good attributes. Hopefully in 1 year in Russia, he jumps up to like being a 72 plus or something. And then he could play in the AHL for 1 year, and he'll be in the NHL. That's pretty good for an 18-year-old in the second round. Let's into our third round pick at 75th. We do have a trade offer, which is 75th for a third next year. Is Samsonov, who's a defenseman. I don't know if we really need to trade for a defenseman, because I think we do have some in the system that might jump up. That guy's not too bad, but I don't think I really want to do that deal, and it doesn't really make sense in terms of our coach's system, so we're not going to do that trade. Thanks for the offer, though. I think that was Finland. Jalen LaRose. No report on this player. Goalies. I don't think we really need goalies, but this guy actually will be really good apparently right now. But he might not have great potential. You know what? We're going to take this goalie. We could use another goalie just to play in the AHL eventually. So Yuri Petrov, welcome aboard. And he's a 60 starter. Okay. That's not too bad either. He's got potential and he's only a 60, so maybe in a few years that guy actually makes the NHL. We'll see. Might be the perfect replacement for Jaguar. We do actually have 2 third rounders because we acquired one. I forget when, but we did. What do we want to go with? Antilla maybe? This guy is also 3 years away and he's 20 years old. So you know what? We're going to take the overager in Ville Antilla. We also already have an Antilla, so why not? 65 top 9, not bad. He might end up making it. Or he might end up just being an AHL top 6, which is fine as well. Okay, so no thank you, Quebec. Let's get to our 4th rounder. We might be able to still grab that one guy I had pinned. No, we don't. Somebody else grabbed him. Damn, that sucks. I guess he went a tiny bit earlier. There's another starter goalie. I might auto-sim the rest of this draft soon. You know what? We're going to take another overager. Why not? Mikko Teravainen, or Teravainen? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but whatever. 64 low top 6, not bad. Oh, Polacek went 1 spot above us. Damn you, Quebec. Medium elite, 58 sniper. But it doesn't really matter because we got that good lowly, but that guy could end up being a really good steal for them. Okay, so our 5th round pick. I might start auto-simming the rest of this. Yeah, I'm going to auto-sim the rest of the draft, I think. Just see if the computer can snag us any steals, but right now I didn't see any, so we're going to auto-sim the rest. See if they find something for us. So after our picks, the computer grabbed us Champion, Persuade, Oduya, and Kane. But we had the pretty good draft, I think. Zuzan's a pretty good steal in the second round. Watkins a good solid first rounder. And then Petrov was good as well. And then Antilla's overall was solid, so who knows if any of those guys pan out, but we'll find out, I guess. Even though we don't have a whole lot of years left actually in this franchise mode. Like, I don't know if by NHL 21, if I'll be, like, actually fully done this franchise mode or not. So we got to re-sign our head coach, which we're definitely going to do because he has won us a Stanley Cup recently, and he has been pretty solid. So we're going to give him a bit more. Let's go a little bit more than that. There you go. Maurice Sauve. So we do technically still need some NHL associate coaches and stuff like that. So we're going to have to find some of those in this off season if I remember. Because I usually forget about coaches stuff, which is kind of annoying. So there you go. Scouts. Getting some of them back. But yeah, are you guys hyped for NHL 21? Because I got already a team I'm going to be planning to do for the first GM mode. And then we're going to get into doing like our 2003 roster build a lot, which is going to be a lot of fun as well. I am super excited, even though there hasn't been any info really released at this point of my recording. I'm really excited as well for Be a Pro because I am going to be doing a Be a Pro series. I'll probably do a channel update and let you guys know all the details, but I'm excited for content for sure. So let's get into these contracts. Who do we got to re-sign this season? So we got some UFAs, and Ozolinch is a pretty big one. And Tilla as well. Not a whole lot of big UFAs, RFA-wise, there's Pavelski, who we're going to sign long-term. He's an 85 at 22. That's crazy. Crazy for an undrafted defenseman. He wants 8.4 for 6 years, and I'm gonna even jump him up to 8 years. I don't care really. I want him here till the end, and I think you guys probably would as well. Hopefully he wins a Norris, because I think there wasn't really any undrafted defenseman that ever won a Norris. Like, I think I looked up and there was maybe one. Oh yeah, there was like Mark Giordano who won, and that was like the only undrafted defender to win a Norris, I think. I could be wrong with that. So we'll sign Callahan. I might give him a one-way deal if he rejects that. But yeah, hopefully these youth guys that jump into the NHL end up being pretty solid. I bet you a lot of these RFAs are going to reject, but we're going to probably re-sign them anyways still. Because I usually always get the RFAs back until they turn into a UFA. That's just usually what I do. Ezra Stafford as well for the AHL. There you go. Unsigned guys, we are going to sign Granlund. He's a 70 already, so might as well. And he is 21, so we want to give him a shot already. So there you go. And then Law, not yet. Yeah, the rest of these guys I'm not going to sign just yet. But we do have a pretty good pipeline, it looks like, there. So goalie-wise, we have Petrov and Wood and Persuade. No thanks. Okay, let's go to UFAs. We don't have any UFA goalies. Ozolinch I still want to bring back because he's still solid enough for this team right now. So we'll give him 6.55. Antilla has been a pretty solid like scorer, so we're going to give him, yeah, I'll give you 3 years at like 3.3. Yeah, let's do 3.325. Down to Franzen and Martinson. I might end up letting one of them go because one of them is a depth guy currently at the moment. But we'll see. Let's go to the bottom of this list. There's not actually a whole lot of young guys that need to be rejected. Fitzgerald, he has potential, but he does not look like he's going to make it at this rate. And he is a top 9 only, so we're going to release him. Dundas as well, I don't think he's going to make it. And then Neal, we're going to give him a contract, 65 plus mine as well, give him a shot anyways. And then the rest of these guys, I want to try and bring back most of these guys, I think. But some of them I might let go of. So we're going to give Ewan 1 year at 2 mil. He might be one of those guys we eventually let go to next season if possible. McCurdle, I want to give you back as well. 1 year as well. A lot of these guys I'm just toying with to see if they're good. And if they're good, we want to obviously bring them back for multiple years. So I do really like Franzen's face-off stats. I think I used him as a depth center last year because we traded for Robert Lang, so we ended up using him as depth for the last half of the season. I really like his face-off stats, so he's going to be still my 4th line center at the moment, I think. That's if he actually accepts. But he might not like his ice time here, so who knows. And then Martinson, like, he has not played in a few years, so I think it makes sense for us to let him go. Like, he played 2 years ago. He had 6 goals in 15 games, which is pretty good for a depth guy, but do we want to keep bringing him back as a depth guy? He hasn't really gotten much time to play. So, yeah, I'm going to actually let him go. I think it makes sense just because he hasn't played with us in a few years and he deserves to actually get playing time in a place that could use him. So thank you for your time here, Martinson. I think you won the Stanley Cup with us last time, so good luck wherever you sign. And the rest of these guys I think are good. Hopefully all those RFAs accept right away because they're kind of a pain in the ass. Our coach accepts, which is good. Let's just keep going through this quick. There you go. All the UFAs accept. That's good. And RFA-wise, Pavelski rejected. Come on, Pavelski. I want you locked up for 8 years. I don't care if I'm paying $10 million. I know you are an undrafted defenseman, but you are the face of this franchise pretty much. There you go. And then Callahan, like I said, I'm going to give him a one-way deal because for some reason the computer is trying to offer him a 2-way deal. We'll give him a 2-year deal at... Let's go 1.75. So he's going to be coming into the NHL at 25, 26 years old, which is pretty old for a rookie, but whatever. And the rest of these guys, I could give Yeah, I'll give you a one-way deal as well. Why not? Even though you might not play in the NHL. Since there's no cap, why not? Markstrom actually might end up making it soon, which is good. So we'll give him a... Yeah, we'll give him a one-way deal in multiple years. See if he likes that. 1.4. And the rest of these guys, I could just qualify the rest. Yeah, I'm going to just qualify the rest of these guys. They'll eventually accept. I just want the rest of those guys to sign for sure. And Ezra Stafford needs to come back for the AHL for sure as well. So we'll give him 950 maybe. See if he likes that. If he doesn't, we might just have to qualify him as well. Okay, so we got our scouts back, it looks like. Let's just keep going through that. There you go. And Pavelski's still rejected. Pavelski, it's not the time to reject. Yeah, I'm going to qualify Stafford, and I am going to get Pavelski back. Yeah, let's give him the 6 years that he wants. Maybe he just doesn't want to be locked up too long term. After all, I am offering him a contract till he's like 30 years old. So we'll give him 9.4 for 6 years, and then I'll probably also eventually extend him afterwards. Okay, so did we give Pavelski? Stop rejecting, man. I'm going to end up having to like qualify him or something if he keeps rejecting. What day is it? The 28th, okay. So we'll give you 6 years at 10.5. I know it's a lot of money, but you're definitely coming back to this team. You're not letting you go. I hate RFAs though this year. They always seem to reject. Okay, let's advance a day. And there we go. We have got him. We got him, boys. We got him finally. And yeah, I think that's all we need. Okay. So let's advance to free agency and see kind of what we have and in what we need. But Pavelski is locked up for 6 years, which is good. So until he's 28, and then we're going to have to extend him afterwards. All teams must have 50 contracts. Yeah. Oh, wait, did I hit the contract limit yet or no? I might have. Let's take a look at our roster quickly, see what we got. And then we could technically better see what we need. But yeah, we're not gonna do free agency in this episode because time is running a bit long. Okay, so at the moment we got, I'd like to say 4 centers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players maybe, or let's just say 4, so 8 plus a depth guy. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, we're pretty good on the forward count, so I don't think we're going to sign any forwards. Defensemen, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cullimore is going to be making it. And Advance could be a depth guy technically, so we don't necessarily need anything. I'm still going to end the episode here, I think, though, but I'm going to show you guys free agency anyways, just in case there's anything we want to upgrade from. But I think we don't technically need to go after anything. I mean, we are already listed as a champion, which is pretty good. So in terms of free agents, there's quite big names, but I don't know if any of these guys even really we need. Let's take a quick look, see if there's anybody that actually matches our system. That okay, this guy could fit our first line, but I don't think we really need. Yeah, I don't think I really want to go after some big name free agents. Like at the stage where our team is at, I think we're pretty much good just going to next season almost already. Nick Lidstrom. Nick Lidstrom. As a top 4 wouldn't be that bad, but I wouldn't be able to play Cullimore. Is the only problem. I'm curious on what teams are interested in some of the guys I made are. Nobody's interested in Lidstrom right now. Lidstrom is kind of intriguing. Because, I mean, he does put up still really good numbers. I could end up using him as depth because he could drop off. He wants 7.3 though. Let me just take a quick look at our defense again. But I might sign Nick Lidstrom in the next episode depending on Cullimore and stuff of his growth. But I really want to play Cullimore, so I think I might not. I don't know if that's overpowering our defense too much. Because like if we look at our defensive core currently, basically we'd have Pavelski and Helmer together, Ozolinch and Patrick together on the top 4, and then we would have probably Soleil and Cullimore on the top 6. Yeah, I don't really think he fits into our system unless we decided to get rid of Patrick, but I don't know. Because Patrick hasn't been that good for an offensive defenseman. Maybe we'll be able to trade for Lidstrom later in the year or something. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Dallas Stars franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll have free agency, even though I don't think we're going to be signing much players if we do. And then we'll sim up to next season, and hopefully we could get this team going back to the conference finals or something like they did a couple years ago, and back to that Stanley Cup finals, because technically we should have beat the Leafs like in last episode, but we didn't. So let me know all your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys next time.